Okay. Hold on. There you go. Let me know if everything sounds fine. Sorry, my stream's really bare bones right now. I didn't move any assets from my old computer to this computer, and I don't feel like making new ones yet. So hold on. Thank you, thank you. So my screen's a little small because I have a reference board to the side, and not every image on the reference board is Twitch or YouTube friendly, which also I'm streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. I'm looking at my references. Because I gathered in-game references for this scene. And I should have them all. I'm still recovering from a pretty bad migraine I just suddenly had this morning, so... Adjust this microphone. Okay. Here it is. Alright. The setting they're in is what we call a nautical time wait in Twilight. How do I make gold with what? What? I'm actually going to copy this. So I can just color pick from here. Yeah, what do you mean gold? Why was I what? Why would I know? Grab this color here. Yeah, I'm cheating, but this is a comic. We take shortcuts. I don't want this to look one-to-one like in-game, but, you know, pretty close. I recently got these brushes, so I'm like still figuring out what I want to use for what. I am using Procreate on the iPad for sketching and backgrounds, and then I use Clip Studio for lining, paneling, speech bubbles, and flats. You know, all the technical stuff. Clip Studio is just easier to color in, and the Clip Studio has vector line art, or vector layers, which makes line arts reusable and scalable, which I prefer. So I am playing around with these brushes to see what works. They don't have to be perfect. They're just clouds. If you're wondering what this comic is, it is a very self-indulgent fanfic. Because I am mentally unwell. It is a OCX canon ship. And my goal is to brainwash everybody into thinking it's canon. You know, I was working on a different comic for a while that was Pokemon based. Some of you guys might know about it. And I don't know, the accumulating fan base was kind of abhorrent. And there's a lot of normal people and there's a lot of really crazy, unhinged people. And it made working on the comic kind of a slog. So I'm taking an indefinite break from it. Like the fan base ended up being a bunch of incels. Like there's a lot of normal people and a lot of incels. Some were even trying to bully me or pay me into changing the story to be in their favor. Because one of the point of views is from an incel and he's an unreliable narrator where it's obvious that he's in the wrong. And they hated that he was not getting a happy ending because he's a straight up villain. And they even made like AI roleplay bots to try to smite me and stuff, which I thought was kind of hilarious. Yeah, I just kind of lost interest in working on it. And it was never a serious project, you know, it was just something I was doing to be doing. This is more of a practice project, where I'm taking advantage of it to practice some things for my comic, my main comic. Okay, time of day established. So I've drawn this tent before, but I gotta do it again. But first, I'm gonna sketch the inside here. So this comic actually starts at the end of a more adult comic. So there's actually going to be two versions out there. One that includes the opening scene and one that doesn't. I just decided, because the story itself hardly has any adult content, I was going to separate it. Oh, that's Warren. That's my dumb little Palico. He is very head empty, no thoughts. Here. He is so head empty, no thoughts. Look at him. Not a thing going on behind those eyes. He's probably a himbo in the Palico world. I would recommend, yeah, this is Monster Hunter. This is the new one. It's my first ever Monster Hunter title, and look what it's done to me. So, I would recommend it, yeah. Well, anyways, we block these in. More hunters, as in like assisting help hunters, or am I missing something? Because I did just add one. Oh, more Monster Hunter fans. Sure. I find it kind of funny that this title update, the recent title update, coincides with what I had planned for this story so well. that I'm able to just take what the game gave me and tweak it a bit. Because I planned on applying the title updates as they came out. I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on this because it is a comic and I should not be putting that much effort into a comic page. What do you mean less old? How old did you think I am? I'm not even 30 yet. There was a bug. Like a 40-something trucker. I turn 27 next month. Why in the world would I sound like a 40-year-old trucker? I don't have the testosterone for that. I only sound like this now because I just woke up. I don't want spiders. The last thing I want is spiders. Shit, now I'm thinking about that song where dude's like rapping about jumping someone and how he tells his gang to go get the spiders. You imagine getting jumped and somebody's like, bro, get the spiders. Like, I'm fighting for my life. You thought I was older. I'm scared to think of what else you thought I was. I know somebody who thought I was like a pasty white boy, and I'm like, with the OC I have. Drawing bodies. Bodies are very hard. I struggle with bodies a lot, even though I study. I know the rules, and it still looks weird. I would worry more about general gesture before I worry about the anatomy, because that you can go back and fix that, but it'll always look stiff if the pose is off. Use photo references. There's a lot of like art sheets of tutorials on anatomy and stuff. I always have like references I'm looking at. Geckos. I don't have the space for an enclosure. The kittens are chasing bugs around, at least. Yeah, I have more full books. I have a huge, not a huge collection, but I have a decent collection of art books that I look at. Let's get this inside filled in. Both the windows are rolled up, so. And then there's these stairs. The stairs would be covered up by the opening here, so. There's some stuff going on under the tent, but I can't really see it because of the lighting. Oh, the geckos. We have them around the house, like outside. But our bug problem is more extreme. So we're using like bait and stuff. It's just the pros of living in low-income housing. Very, very, very low-income housing. That's how I'll put it. We used to not have the issue, and then someone else moved in, and then suddenly we had the issue. You know how it goes. Like, they sprayed, so they all, and didn't tell us, so they all migrated over here. And they're the ones that are really hard to get rid of. But the bait we got is, like, working like a charm. And the undercarriage, I'm just gonna scribble some stuff going on here. When my grandma was poor, she used to fight Maine foxes with a broom because they wanted to eat her chickens. Very informative, thank you. Man, the Mario Kart World soundtrack just slaps. Like, it just goes so hard. I really should stream more Mario Kart. I did one stream when I was testing out the Elgato and then forgot. Like, I don't know, y'all, but the underground theme is like an absolute banger in this soundtrack. So in the background is just a whole lot of forest and stuff. If you're curious about the main cast here, we have Azoth. All my comics are some kind of AU involving Azoth because, again, I am autistic, and that's just how I roll. And the other character is Eric. Yeah, that Eric. He's mine now. And this comic's gonna be a mix between, oh my god. these two just need to communicate already, and oh my god, this poor guy needs therapy, like, really badly. Mario stomping turts. Perchance. It's a little too wide. Good enough. And there's this crumpled rug over here. Okay. Anything else that's like hanging over will just be black and blurred. Oh. I almost forgot the pelt. He's laying on a pelt. Sorry, somebody's outside my room. I'm gonna mute my microphone real quick. Yeah, my mom's throwing stuff around. You know, mom stuff. She's trying to organize the freezer. Because there is a lot of nonsense in there. I don't know if this is just an ADHD thing, but when you buy ingredients, you have a meal in mind, and then you're home, and you don't want to cook that meal at all. You have all these really specific ingredients, and suddenly you just don't feel like cooking that thing. So in-game, there's like this calico themed cushion that Eric's using as a pillow. And then there's like the normal pillow that's actually on the hammock, which this is the hammock that's in the tent, just deconstructed to lay on the floor. For recreational activities. That's how I'm gonna put it. Okay. I don't need to really do anything here because this is all like... I just needed like add a floor, I think. Yeah. Of course the skybox is a thing that, you know. There's some rubble here. And then there's this big fat pillar right here. Followed by this, whatever the hell this is. And then there's just nothing but forest. And then out this way, there's just like some mountain. And then further back, there's more some mountain. Oh, it's non-binary People's Day? I didn't even know that. Recreation, you say? Yeah, they were creating something. This comic is very silly. Trying to figure out what I want to stream after this. This is gonna take like maybe an hour or two if I don't get distracted. I was gonna work on a commission today, but after my migraine, I'm just like, let's just focus on something easy. Hi, Big Cat, how are you? This is about the color of the thing, yeah. Exhausted, I feel you. I have been so mentally drained, and I'm just forcing myself to get things done. Because it has to happen. Arizona heat, yeah. I keep forgetting you're here now. My AC died. So, you know, I had a window AC and it died. But it gets even funnier. Hold on. My ferret, Luigi. So my window is just a solid pane of glass, so we had to pull it out. So, you know, it's a solid pane of glass with the metal border. So my dad pulled it out so we could put the AC in. So we had to board the rest of the window up with a wooden board, and there was a small gap between the fan and the AC and the window. And Luigi, my ferret, discovered it, right? So the other day, just a couple days ago, my dad was shouting that he was outside. I had just saw him scurrying around the house, and then I went to go take a shower, and I came out. My dad's like, your ferret's outside. So I get a squeaky toy. We go out there. He peeks out at me from the shed, and then pops back in, because he turns feral whenever there's a hiding spot. So I had to use a squeaky toy to lure him out. Yesterday, he decided to show me exactly how he got out. He was parkouring from my bed to my nightstand into the window frame, and then squeezing his way out that little gap. And so we had to take the dead AC out and put the window back in. And Luigi was tweaking, like, oh my god, he was so upset. He was in the window looking at me like, Dad, it's not working. What's wrong with it? And he went out my room and started trying to pry the front door open with his paws. he was so pissed. He looked at me like I betrayed him. And I'm like, bro, you were not supposed to be out there. It's dangerous. You have no sense of direction. The ferrets are currently sleeping in their cage. No, they're good babies. When they're done playing, they go to sleep. They go like either in a bed in my room, or they'll get in the cage and go to sleep. So yeah, my past week has been very interesting with my ferret escape artist. Okay, we're gonna add like a weak fabric texture here. The tent itself has like a weird scaly texture, and I have a brush just that fits that so well. Like he went on DeviantArt and looked up brushes and found some old brush sets from some artists from back in the day, like some legendary artists from back in the day, and they don't Photoshop brushes that aren't set up for Procreate don't work properly, but this one kind of works fine. Where is it? Man, I have so many brush sets. Oh my god. Where is it? No, it's not this one. I'm like a hoarder when it comes to brushes. Like, you know, oh, I never use this set, but what if I do use it one day? So it stays. Outside is super dangerous for a ferret for a lot of reasons, especially here in Arizona. Ferrets have no temperature regulation. They don't, you know, melt. They don't pant or anything. They have no sense of direction, so once they're gone, they're gone. They don't know how to get back. They don't have any survival instincts because they are purely domestic as a species. And so they have no hunting skills, even though they're carnivorous. And so it's just all bad all around. A ferret only needs to go one day without eating to develop anorexia. Like, they are so fragile. So outside, no good for them. They have to be on a leash or in an enclosure. And recently, this year specifically, a lot of ferrets are being dumped outside, either in tubs that are sealed or just thrown out. And I keep up with this rescue that's been rescuing a whole lot of ferrets. I'm like, what the hell is going on? These animals are $400 each. Why are you dumping $400 on an animal you don't know how to take care of? Oh yeah, they don't know to not eat certain things. Like, ferrets are weird. They won't eat food if they don't know it's food, but they'll eat other bullshit because, ooh, tasty. It's like, one of my ferrets, Luigi again, he likes to break into the bathroom to lick soap. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? I'm trying to find this texture and like, where the hell did it go? I used it like a few months ago. I didn't get rid of it. Yeah, ferrets have been sensationalized a lot recently on the internet, but they're super high maintenance and very expensive. It's gotten harder to like maintain the ones I have because of the state of the economy and stuff. Like, you know, selling art isn't as easy as it was. But they're a great undertaking. They're sweet, but they're very messy, so you have to clean up after them regularly. And they don't actually smell like people think they do. It's their enclosure. Like, you have to keep that thing clean or else you'll smell it. Like, I have to clean mine every couple days. Where is this thing? I only have so many brush sets. Come on, I've used the thing before. Where is it? I can't wait to group these. There's an update coming to Procreate where you can group brush sets. And it'll be so useful. I don't think it was this. Yeah, this is not it. This one's not very close at all. No. No. Yeah, you cannot bathe them. Yeah, you can't bathe them regularly because it dries out their skin, so they overproduce on their bodily oils. Again, they're very fragile. Like, fragile as in, like, environment changes and stuff mess them up. But they also love to be tossed around. Like, that's their favorite thing. They love to roughhouse. Mine, when I'm minding my business, mine like to pop out of nowhere and attack my legs and then run off. You know, I'll be standing at the fridge. Like this morning, I was standing at the fridge, grabbing some eggs so I could cook something. And suddenly there's fluff and claws on my leg, and I look down, there's both of them, like both Luigi and Gumi. And then they both just scurry away. I'm like, what just happened? I'm really stuck on finding this brush. I'm pretty sure it was in here. There it is. Slight texturing. If my ferrets are excited and I reach down to touch one of them, they will just bite on me and try to pull me down wherever they are. Like they will do it. To add to the texture, I'm going to go over some of the shading with the textured brush. Okay, there's that flap. And then there's this. I put this marking on it. I'm pretty sure it's the Astrum unit symbol. I'm using this color so I can see what I'm doing better. I should mention this scene. It kind of seeds the main issue the protagonist has, where he takes things in absolute bad faith. Somebody could say something completely neutral, and he'll take it as like the worst case scenario, which is what he does in this scene. But he internalizes all of it. He never outright states that's how he feels. So he torments himself with ruminating and assuming the worst when things are like perfectly fine. But you kind of can't blame him. His upbringing, the worst case scenario was often the scenario. So he is just someone who braces for impact. Oh, this is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, he needs serious therapy. But again, you can't really blame him. He hasn't had the best life. Part of this comic is the main character facing his past, which he has kind of bottled up and tried to ignore for the majority of his adulthood. And because of that, he's like not at all prepared to deal with it when it like rams him in the face. Speaking metaphorically. As a result, he can't handle it very well. And he ends up being, like, doing a lot of self-sabotage. Like, he has BPD, but it's undiagnosed. So, you know, majority of the story, he goes not knowing why he's reacting the way he is. And reacting in a way he can't seem to get a hang of or control. And a part of the comic is him learning that despite his issues, he is deserving of love and affection. BPD is borderline personality disorder. It is a neurotype, often sprung on by trauma, specifically abandonment trauma, and having to survive a certain way to the point where your brain is hardwired a little differently. You struggle to maintain relationships because you're prone to self-sabotage and risky behavior, and you have really big emotional outbursts because you struggle to regulate your emotions. And there's a bunch of other things, but I'm like drawing a blank. So it's genetic, but you can also, it's often seen in adults because of a traumatic childhood. And the protagonist for sure has abandonment issues, which result in him self-sabotaging and being kind of an avoidant personality. He tends to, like, subconsciously try to destroy relationships before they can even take off out of fear. In comic, the main character has been putting up a front to, to pure likable to everyone that's around him. Because he's usually regarded as weird and strange and kind of intimidating. So he drives a lot of people away just because his vibes are scary. So, he went out of his way to kind of have this persona just so he could, for once, have friends. But the moment this trauma resurfaces, he struggles to maintain that persona, and the cracks begin to show. Chowder! You're Chowder! Sorry. Come here, Chowder. What are you doing in here? Here, kitty. Chowder. Go. Chowder. Chowder, you go. What are you doing in here? What's that out of the shadows? You need soup? Start looking at his lips when I said soup, so make it soup time. Make it soup time. Start looking at his lips. Boomy, stop burying the food when you're done. I'm a ferret like me. What, baby? Is it soup time? Feeling your stink breath? That's stinky breath. Banana breath. I eat. It was you, Julie. It is soup time for Nunu. I had to make Nunu his soup. He doesn't like solid food right now, so I just use this soup formula. He loves that. He's old, so he gets that. lobby. Old man Nunu is eating his soup. My sister gonna call the sweet potato fries carrot fries. Carrot fries, okay. What are my headphones in there? Use a more textured brush here. There we go. Then the light from the fire. Tent's blue because that's how I like customize it to be. I try to make each tent fit the theme of the setting a bit. Cloud! It's my big kitty. Mr. Meow Meows! Man, the way cats just activate when you open a can of food, it's amazing. Okay. I forgot what brush I used for this pattern. Where's my phone? Oh, it's right in front of me. I got completely distracted. Hold on. I went to look at what texture I put on this and then got distracted by Twitter. Who is noodling by my foot? Who is that? Oh. I didn't. Kind of. Oh, I completely changed the color of the tent. Hold on. I got this. Hold on. I completely forgot I did that. Okay. I completely forgot I did this. See, it's actually not that hard to change the color of something that's already flattened. You just have to know how to do it. Luigi. Get out of there! You weasel. You absolute woozle. Go. What is that noodle doing? Luigi! And he does not answer because he does not care. Yeah. Luigi has developed a interesting habit. He likes to bite the other animals in their sensitive areas because he likes the reaction they have. He keeps doing it. He will chase them around if you don't stop him. Because it's just that entertaining to him. Wrong layer. Okay, the tip of this little tent thing is like full of sticks. These are textured using some Gibby brushes. Hi, Luigi. Yeah, there's no way outside, Luigi. He's still looking. Okay, I need to take a break. Give me a second. My most used weapon? Dual blades. I'm a dual blade user. I wouldn't say I'm extremely good at the game, but I'm not bad either. Like, I do better solo when it comes to tempered monsters. Because usually when I'm in a group, we all get bodied and the quest ends. But I've had better luck solo. Like, not even with, like, the NPC hunters. I've started to go without them. So I think I will survive the later tile updates in G rank and stuff. It won't be fun, but you know. I'm not a person that's gonna tap out. I struggled so much with Arch-Tempered Raidao in groups, and then I just did it by myself fine. Same with Zoshia. I was only trying to farm it in groups, and we would never succeed, and then I went and fought it by myself, and it was fine. My sister just came in here whining, showed me these weird lumps on her plate, and I was like, what are those? And she said rice cakes. She boiled them. I don't think you're supposed to boil rice cakes. Most videos I see people cooking them, they just put them in a pan with like a bit of oil or sauce. I'm adding like 2 different light sources here. Because there's the light from the fire and the light from, like, you know, outside. And there's some shading going on here. And this bird's very similar, but first I'm gonna add some rubble. Here my sister's arguing from outside my door. Those two. I decided to change the field of view going on here so it's a bit more consistent. And now Okay, this BG's done. Yeah, it took about an hour and a half, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna stream anything else today because I still have a really bad headache. So thanks for stopping by while I was streaming. I'll try to stream again in a couple days. But a lot of stuff I can't stream on Twitch, so I wouldn't be streaming it here. And I'll stream here again when I can.